Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. There is a tendency from the African politicians, especially the sitting presidents, who want to retain power. In the example of Tanzania, Kenya is heading to the 2027 general election. Uganda is electing their leaders next year. So there is a growing tendency where you find a president who wants to retain power kills people, abducts people, displaces families, businesses die. In the name of retaining power, after winning, this president comes, sits, and hides in dialogue in the name of bringing the nation together. In Tanzania, after Suluhu killed thousands of young people, after arresting foreigners and subjecting them into harsh conditions, including killing some of them, after displacing families, after killing businesses, Suluhu, who has desperately retained power, is now calling on a dialogue in Tanzania. The tendency, the guts, the audacity. You kill. You don't even apologize to victims. You don't even sponsor their burials. You don't even want to release those you have arrested. You don't even want to release the opposition. But shamelessly, you are calling for a dialogue. Now, the dialogue you are calling a dialogue with who? I love how one of the Tanzanians is questioning Suluhu. And without much ado, can we take some 2 minutes and listen to him?
Ni jambo la aibu kusikia wito wa namna hiyo. Ni matusi kwa Watanzania, lakini pia ni kuvunjiana heshima, kwa sababu anaridhiana na nani, kwa sababu gani, kutokea wapi. Tunazungumzia taifa ambalo sasa hivi lina huzuni, lina misiba, lina vilio, kuna majonzi, watu wana uchungu, watu wameuawa kama kuku. Tunazungumzia serikali ambayo ni batili, haijakiri kwamba tuna shida, haja acknowledge kwamba kuna crisis, kwamba we have a problem, haja acknowledge kwamba watu wameuawa kinyama katika ardhi yao kwa sababu ya kutaka haki katika uchaguzi. Hawajakiri kwamba ni watu wangapi wameuawa, ni watu wangapi wamepigwa risasi wakauawa, ni watu wangapi wako vituo vya polisi, ni watu wangapi wamepotezwa, ni watu wangapi wamelazimika kukimbia nchi. Ni familia ngapi hazioni miili ya ndugu zao? Ni familia ngapi watoto wao wamepelekwa jela kwa sababu ya mashtaka ya kijinga ya uhaini? Watoto wadogo wa miaka 20, 22, 23 wanapelekwa jela kwa makosa ya uhaini. Kosa kubwa kabisa katika sheria zetu za Tanzania, ambalo adhabu yake ni kunyongwa hadi kufa. Alafu unakuja unazungumza maridhiano katika nini? Uridhiane na nani? Kwa sisi tunahuzunika, sisi tuna msiba, tuna misiba, tumefiwa. Tunakuwa targeted kwa ajili ya kuuawa, tumekuwa enrolled kuwa candidates wa kunyongwa hadi kufa. Tunaishi kama digidigi katika nchi yetu. Hali ya usalama haijarejea hata kidogo. Na tunapozungumza asubuhi hii bado hali ni tense. Tuko kama tuko vitani. Ukitoka nje ya nyumba unakutana na askari, unakutana na watu wamevaa nguo za ajabu ajabu. You don't recognize them. Wana silaha. Hatuwezi ku-exercise movement kama kawaida yetu. Hatuwezi hata kujieleza mitandaoni. Halafu unazungumzia maridhiano. Kwa hiyo anapoambia maridhiano, mumuuliza anaridhiana na nani na kwa sababu gani? Hatuhitaji kuchezewa na kufanywa michezo ya kisiasa ambayo wamekuwa wanaifanya miaka yote. Wanaiba uchaguzi, wakimaliza uchaguzi wanasema tufanye maridhiano. Akaridhiane na Watanzania ambao wanavuja damu. Akaridhiane na watu ambao wana uchungu na hawajapata faraja yoyote.
We must understand that the opposition, especially led by Chadema party and various civil society groups, including the one who has just spoken, have largely rejected the calls for a national dialogue by dictator President Samia Suluhu. Let us call her the right name. By dictator, the illegitimate president Samia Hassan Suluhu, following the disputed 2025 general election. The rejection of dialogue, as it has been outlined by the one who has spoken, is based on the belief that a dialogue cannot be held in good faith while the country is still bleeding, while the country is still mourning. So they term this call for dialogue a mockery. Tanzania's Vice President Emmanuel Nchimbi, who is deputizing Suluhu, was sent by the legitimate president to come and hold a press conference and told him, go and ask for dialogue. Madharau. Ladies and gentlemen, what are the primary reasons why the opposition is rejecting this dialogue? Some of them, you know them, but allow me to dive deep into the reasons. Number one, they claim that Samia Suluhu fabricated results. The opposition condemned the official election results where President Hassan Suluhu declared the winner with an overwhelming margin as completely from. Even William Ruto said, in a democratic country, it is impossible for a candidate to garner 98% votes. Ruto said even in Kenya, it's impossible. The former Botswana president, who was speaking at Kenya University, said he cannot recognize Samia Suluhu as the president because he said Suluhu is an illegitimate president in Tanzania. Exclusion. The main reason is Chadema claims they were excluded from the election. Post-election crackdown and violence led the force, security forces, forcefully killed young people who were protesting to question the sham election. But police killed them, a number abducted. I have seen TikTokers being arrested, subjected into court cases. What a country. So they believe that the excessive use by police to quell demonstrators, leading to a known number of deaths and injuries, the opposition claimed over 3,000 people were killed. There's what we call mass arrests. Hundreds of opposition officials are in police custody. There's what we call information control. The government imposed a nationwide internet crackdown where it shut down social media platforms. Ndugu zangu wa Tanzania, there are some three demands for any meaningful negotiations to happen. Number one, release of political prisoners. Number two, constitutional and electoral reforms. Number three, accountability. Allow me to say this. Samia Suluhu is not yet off the hook. Why? By stealing an election to retain power, she has destroyed what we call international relations. Going forward, she might not even be allowed to travel. Some countries have disassociated themselves from the dictator. So she will be forced to oscillate within Tanzania. Hapo tu, oscillate within Tanzania. Hapo tu. Even in the United States, she might not even step there, because she has committed atrocities, taking human life to retain power. It is impossible. So she faces some pressure from neighboring presidents. By Ruto saying 98% huyo naye hamejaribu. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.